the 40th Annual Academy Award Show. Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences, Mr. Gregory Peck.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Last Monday was the 40th anniversary of the Academy Awards. Tonight, we welcome you to our presentations. This has been a fateful week in the history of our nation. We join with fellow members of our profession and men of goodwill everywhere in paying our profound respects to the memory of Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr. Society has always been reflected in its art. And one measure of Dr. King's influence on the society we live in is that of the 5 films nominated for Best Picture of the year, 2 dealt with the subject of understanding between the races. It was his work and his dedication that brought about the increasing awareness of all men that we must unite in compassion in order to survive. The lasting memorial that we of the motion picture community can build to Dr. King is to continue making films which celebrate the dignity of man, whatever his race or color or creed. Now, once again, here is that amiable national monument who pricks the balloons of pomposity, evokes laughter even from the targets of his wit, and adroitly displays America's sense of humor to the world. The Academy welcomes, with pride and gratitude, Mr. Bob Hope.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, and thank you, President. Thank you. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, here we are once again. Welcome to the Academy Awards, or as it's known at my house, Passover. I just want to say about the delay of 2 days, it didn't affect me, but it's been tough on the nominees. How would you like to spend 2 days in a crouch? This is it, the Oscar night, the crucial time in the life of an actor when small grievances, petty dislikes, and envy are thrust aside for the opportunity for outright hatred. This is Hollywood's hour of destiny. In other words, 2 hours. This is the night we sit in judgment. This is the night we sit in judgment, and may the late show of 10 years from now prove us right. This is our annual Pygmalion display. This is the night many an ugly face turns beautiful, and many a beautiful face turns ugly. And I'm in there somewhere. Now, this is the world's most glamorous audience. What a sea of mink, ermine, and diamonds. Looks like the Palm Springs Unemployment Office. And I wish you could see them backstage, primping backstage. The velvet Victorian ruffles, the lace collars, the ringlets and corkscrew curls, the exotic beads, and that's just the men. Actually, I don't know what the writers have been smoking this year. Bonnie and Clyde is about happy killers, Dr. Dolittle talking to animals, The Graduate, seduction, Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, intermarriage, and in the heat of the night, racism. I want to tell you I've got a great plot for my next movie. It may win an Oscar. I'm going to play a chain gang sheriff who sticks up sex-crazed housewives, then marries a zebra and spends his honeymoon playing tic-tac-toe. And incidentally, ladies and gentlemen, we have a new conductor for the awards tonight, Mr. Elmer Bernstein. Elmer, very good. Elmer has been nominated for 11 Oscars, but has never won once. So you'll understand if everything comes out hearts and flowers.
Ooh. Elmer Bernstein for Thoroughly Modern Millie.
My dear friend Bobby Helfer just conducted the orchestra to Play Me On, and if he hadn't encouraged me in 1954 when he was my agent, I wouldn't be here tonight. Thank you.
And now the big one, Best Picture of the Year. To present the award, here's one of the fairest ladies of them all, Miss Julie Andrews. Pretty.
Thank you. Before I read the nominations, Bob, may I say just a word?
Well, it's getting late, Julie.
I know, but I did want to express the admiration for us all for the manner in which you've conducted this program tonight. Such ease, such wit, such...
Take your time, Julie.
But you just told me to hurry, Bob.
Well, keep going. I'll see if I can cut a commercial.
We've seen excerpts from the 5 films nominated for Best Picture. For the record, they are Bonnie and Clyde, a Tatira Hiller production, Warner Brothers 7 Arts, Warren Beatty, producer. Dr. Dolittle, Appjack Productions, 20th Century Fox, Arthur P. Jacobs, producer. The Graduate, a Mike Nichols, Lawrence Terman production, Embassy, Lawrence Terman, producer. Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, Columbia, Stanley Kramer, producer. And In the Heat of the Night, the Mirisch Corporation production, United Artists, Walter Mirisch, producer. And now for the Best Picture. May I have the envelope, please? Thank you. The winner is In the Heat of the Night, Walter Mirisch.
Thank you, and thank you, members of the Academy. From its very inception, In the Heat of the Night has been a labor of love for all those of us who've been part of it, and I want to express my deep gratitude to all of the talented artists who contributed to it. We are all very grateful for your recognition of our efforts and for your recognition of the lesson of In the Heat of the Night. Thank you.
Well, that's about it, ladies and gentlemen. For the winners, it's a bed of roses. For the rest of us, it's back to our gurus and a bed of nails. You know, Oscar certainly has grown in the last 40 years. He made his first appearance at a banquet at the Coconut Grove. It was a private party for a small group of picture makers. Today, he belongs as much to you, the audiences around the world, as he does to us. For as he has grown, so has our industry. And with growth comes responsibility. Movies have progressed from being just entertainment to one of our most meaningful art forms, the art form that most truly reflects today's world, its turmoils, its dreams, its anguish, and its expectations. The old cliches that long dominated the screen, such as the good cowboys versus the bad Indians, the pure, unsullied heroine untouched by human hand or reality, the Prince Charming, strong, chivalrous, incorruptible, and totally unbelievable, the foreigner, inevitably typecast as the villain, all these have been discarded and replaced by people with weaknesses as well as strengths, defeats as well as triumphs. In short, films today more accurately reflect the human condition. No longer do we portray the world as we wish it was. Today we show the world as it is. Perhaps tomorrow we will depict the world as it could be. The Zuckers, the Goldwins, the Warners, the men who began our industry had at least one thing in common with the man from Atlanta. They had a dream. It has taken time, but the dreams of the merchants and the martyr have begun to merge. If not out of idealism, then out of necessity. Another martyr said it all: united we stand, divided we fall. Rioting and indifference are equal sins. Everyone must face up to their responsibilities. No one person, no one industry, no one race or creed can conquer bigotry, find human understanding, or unite us all in a brotherhood of peace and love. It's a challenge that each of us must face in our own way, through our own way of life in our own station. It is a challenge we must and we will meet. Good night.